Well, the riots following the murder of George Floyd lasted for days, but the impact in so many ways has lasted for years, as Kent points out. It also had an infrastructure impact. The businesses along Lake Street, many of them smaller, locally owned shops, they took a huge hit as they were already going into COVID. They were burned, then damaged, looted. Some of them never reopened, and some that did, and others that started up in this new era are now dealing with another struggle. And when we see quite a bit, slow business because of summer construction we have to do, of course, but the businesses need people to come into their stores to stay in business. So is there a way that both of these things can happen to make it work for everybody? Here's Chris.
We cover the story every year.
It was just really difficult with no street parking.
Necessary road construction.
It's not easy to come into Uptown.
Hurting small business.
Making it harder for the cars to patronize the neighborhood businesses.
Another spring, another project affecting another line of businesses on Lake Street.
This April, we were 60% down from what we were last April, and that's when the construction started.
Michaela Herod owns Les Soul, a boutique a few blocks west of Hennepin on Lake Street. Outside her store, multiple projects are underway. A new Beeline bus lane going to St. Paul, a new bike lane, and updated intersections.
Complete mess everywhere. People don't really know where to go. There's holes everywhere and no signage. You can't walk on the sidewalk barely even, and no parking. The list is endless.
She says the foot traffic she relies on is gone. She's let her staff go, and the business, she says, won't survive much longer.
It is tanking us for sure.
You know, now you've got this like great, supposedly amazing public transportation and a bike lane, but what are people using this neighborhood for if everything closes?
Ruby Stinson owns a boutique 2 doors down. She wonders why the city can't do more to help when the city's construction hurts.
We need money, we need help, we need access, we need pressure off of the landlord so that there's pressure off of us.
It's hard for me to complain because I have the parking lot.
Across the torn up street, combine owner Michael Pickert's business will likely survive, but he feels for his neighbors.
They become good friends, Michaela and Ruby, and they're good people and they work hard, and to see their businesses destroyed by this is pretty humbling.
Cities use tax dollars or tax breaks to help assist for all sorts of needs. Disaster relief, small business loans, TIFs, eminent domain acquisitions, legal settlements, zoning changes, stadiums.
But how come not road construction?
Minneapolis, which is doing the Hennepin project, and Metro Transit, which is doing the Lake Street projects, both say they do not offer any financial aid for businesses affected by construction. But they say they do everything possible to keep sidewalks, parking lots, and delivery access open.
Our goal as the Public Works City of Minneapolis is to minimize all those impacts to businesses and residents so that we can kind of streamline the construction, keep businesses open, and minimize those impacts.
So they don't offer financial help to businesses in that way, but could they?
That kind of goes above me as a construction engineer in terms of bigger policy, right?
So we cast a wider net within the city, and they said providing funding like this could be legally tricky. State law requires public expenditures to have a public purpose. They say defining how much a business could be hurt by construction would also be difficult. That said, the idea is something the legislature and city would have to explore further. For Breaking the News, I'm Chris Harapsky.